Now headed to our final stop for the day, which is just to take a lovely little look at this bridge coming up and to not get run over on the way to it. As long as I've been in Vietnam, I'm wary of walking in front of cars. Bikes, no problem. 1,000 bikes, I'll get you don't even have to pause walking across the street. Cars, something about the mentality of the people in the cars, I suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, even today, this walk is going to be hot because I'm wearing warm-up pants.
Oh no.
Oh, we should probably be looking at the other side. Yeah, it's not the street. Now, did you know some things about this bridge? I feel like you were talking about a bridge earlier.
Oh no, I got caught up in the Lovers Bridge or whatever
Yeah.
that was. Here, hold on.
What
Let me
is
go
that
back to
though?
the
Because
bridge.
there's not a. I mean, there's a lot of bridges, but you can't miss one of them. It's not like there's some bridges
It must be.
that.
It said it was between that. It's between the Dragon Bridge and the
Okay.
Han Bridge.
Well, that's
So the
Han
Lovers
Bridge
one,
right there.
mm-hmm.
Now,
And wherever the Dragon one is, that the
Dragon
Lovers
Bridge
one
is
is.
right there.
And there's some little dangling, what it looks like, maybe it's like metal or some type of dangling hearts at the bridge. That's the Lovers one. And
I mean, dangling hearts.
yeah, it had some like little decorative dangling hearts on there.
Oh, all right. I'll just take your word for it. There's not another bridge between them, though. I mean, it's not. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be
don't
easy to hide a bridge.
understand about it being between it because I was thinking that seems like that because that Dragon Bridge is gigantic.
Yeah, and it's right there. I'm looking at it. I'm close enough to see the dragon scales and the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while we sit here just for a moment, I'm going to pull up some fantastic facts about this fantastic bridge. Earlier so that I'll have them open and I won't have to freeze the screen like I'm doing right now. Han River Bridge. And there you go. I've gone sideways again.
Oh no.
Okay, doke. Let's see if I can look at the facts. Let's see if I can deal with the truth and simultaneously not be sideways. Okay, unless you want to read the facts, or we can do a combo.
Let me go to my thing because it's in the other computer Gmail.
Well, I can tell you it's a cable stayed swing bridge.
Whoa,
Okay?
what?
A cable stayed swing bridge. I don't know if we're close enough for you to see yet, but the cable stayed is the part where the bridge is suspended from a giant, well, not giant, but a column in the middle, the blue thing.
I see that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what makes a cable stayed. Now, the swing, I believe, refers to not what you might think that it's like swinging back and forth from the cables. No. It's a horizontal swing. So the bit in the middle like pivots. It turns around. Not so that they can pretend they're in a Scooby-Doo episode, but to let ships through.
Right. Okay, that makes more sense. But we could still pretend it's a Scooby episode.
I feel like you could. Yes, absolutely.
Yoinks.
As long as you can run off the end of it and then like run in place in midair for a few seconds before you fall into the river.
Oh god. That's more Looney Tunes, right?
Oh well,
That's
okay, fair enough.
But we could still yell zoinks.
You can
I guess
yell
since it's
zoinks.
Looney Tunes, If you don't want to use their zoinks, you can say yoinks. Yoinks.
As long as there's not a sign going onto the bridge that says, please restrict yoinks. No yoinks on the bridge, please.
Loud here.
Became a problem. Too many people imitating a Scooby-Doo episode.
Yoinks and zoinks free zones.
It connects Haichou, and Songtrai districts across the Han River. So I assume we're in Haichou now. Songtrai is the beach, more touristy side of the river.
Oh.
It was inaugurated on March 29th of 2000. These are not old bridges. Yeah. It's 487.7 meters.
Dang.
12.9 meters wide and contains 11 spans. You know what they mean when they say a span?
A span? No. What do they mean?
I think it's from that was really good. What do they mean? Let's find out. I like that. So any section of the bridge that goes from like one supporting column or support anything that's supporting the bridge to the next, that's a span. So like from one column to the next there. You see it in front of me. And they probably have better words for it than column, but they are. So the longer those spans are, that's an engineering feat to be able to lengthen those spans. Because obviously here the river is probably not too deep, it's not really a problem, but in some places you have to have long spans to be able to cover the sections that you need to cross. So you'll hear engineers always, or engineering, articles and stuff mention the length of the span or the number of spans. It costs 26. Go ahead.
Check something. Here, hold on. I'm going to look. Let's see. Oh, I mean, go ahead and talk about it. I'm just looking something up while you're.
$26 million US. What it cost.
Woo!
It was the first swing bridge built in Vietnam. The central span, that's what we were talking about. Now, I would think that the central part there on a swing bridge counts as two spans because the pivoting part is also a support. But I mean, I'm not an engineer, so I can't officially stamp that as correct. It rotates 90 degrees to allow larger vessels to pass through the river. The rotation schedule is as follows: weekdays 1 to 3:30 a.m. and weekends 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. So they open it at night, I guess, when there's low traffic. Seems like they're preferencing the car traffic with that, which works for me, I guess. It was designed by Vietnamese architects and built by local people.
Nice.
I hope qualified local people, not just like whoever said was standing nearby.
Just someone's nana.
They illuminate it at night, and it does they say a light show, but I mean it's just flickering lights. I guess that's a light show. It has become a tourist attraction. It offers stunning views of the city and the river. Well, I guess I was gonna say my original plan was to cross it, but now I was like, it doesn't look all that interesting. But now it says it will be. So all right, here we go. I am the perpetual tourist, so now I got to do it. I actually don't mind the walk. I just wanted to go to the bathroom first. Erica, did you know this won the Work of Typical Quality Award?
Where awarded.
I'm so honored to be receiving this award for my work, which was okay, I guess.
So average. Okay.
It was
Oh,
inspired
good.
by it was inspired by the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
That's what. Let me explain what I was looking up whilst you were talking about that, because I was comparing it in my head when I saw it and when you were talking about it to the Golden Gate Bridge, and I
Oh,
looked up the Golden Gate Bridge to see how long it is compared to the Han River Bridge.
uh-huh. I mean, I'm thinking the
So,
Golden Gate is larger.
well, I mean, the here, hold on. Let me go to this. Let me go back up. It's I mean, yeah, but here, well, I mean, the main span of it is 4,200 feet between the two towers.
Oh,
But let me find it. But it was just let me see. The main span is 1,280 meters. Blah 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 blah. Let me see. Come on, people. There it is. Okay, 2,737 meters long. So yeah, of course, I mean it's a lot longer, but it looked like it. You see
right.
what I'm saying? I was something about it reminded me of it, and I was like, hmm. And so that's so funny that you said it was compared to that. Now I don't. I feel smart
I,
only because I recognize it to be modeled a little bit like it. It just reminded me of it somehow. And
I mean, they're both cable
but
stay
yeah,
bridge,
right. And
suspension
so
bridge.
it look, of course, it looks like it because it does the same type of stuff, I guess. But I thought it was neat, and that's funny because I was just about to tell you, hey, I looked up the Golden Gate Bridge. I wanted to see how long it was compared to that.
Yeah, the cable
But
stay
it's like,
part. But it's also like worth noting that the majority of the length of this bridge is fairly normal. What do they call it? An under? No, it's not an under truss. Anyway, it's not a suspension bridge until it gets to the swing part. The swing is what's suspension.
swinging is essential.
Okay. I can see my hotel from here. It's tall. Oh my God, is that Sontron? I'm only recognizing now. I'm looking north at what should be, I thought, open ocean, but no, it is. That's a giant mountain. That's Sontra. That's where we're going. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to hire a bike for that.
Oh,
That's gigantic. Wow. I don't know if you can see it that far off, but
I can.
yeah, that's scary.
It
What?
is. It looks ominous. I like it.
I don't know if it's going to be more foggier or clearer tomorrow. I think we're in for another somewhat foggy. I mean, it's pretty nice and bright and sunny now, but this morning it was very overcast and misty and damp. So wait to see, I guess. We're supposed to be enjoying the view, so let's stop when we get to the middle here. Not actually before then even. There's the swing part. You can see the gap. That's the swing. When the boats need to come through, it rotates, and this part swings
Nice.
out over the ocean. I mean, over the river.
This bridge also looks pretty lit up at night.
Yeah. Well, I had mentioned. Have we talked about the cruise yet? Saturday night. I need to do a cruise. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Let's say Saturday because they only do the cruises. They only do some of the shows on weekends, so we got to do it then. And it's the best time we're gonna have to see. Oh, I know what that thing is now. So the bridge swings out. I guess it rests on that thing. That big
Oh wow.
column. That's a lot farther out than I thought it would be. Hard to gauge the distance though. Anyway, yeah, so that'll be a two things on Saturday, and I don't know if anybody's going to want to do that, but I think it'll be fun. I'm at least going to go and get the video, if nothing else. Then you guys can
Oh,
see it
I
later.
down for it. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice. It'll be fun. I mean, it'll be a lot of chatting and just looking as we go down the river. But I need to find out about it. I need to think about it before we do it.
And that's the Dragon Bridge over there, isn't it?
The next bridge is the Dragon Bridge. That's right.
I mean, is that what I'm looking at across?
Yes, it drives straight down the river. Yep, that's the Dragon
Yep,
Bridge.
I can see it. Mm-hmm.
You see some pretty interesting looking buildings. I mean, fancy looking buildings. I get those are either hotels or condos. I kind of suspect they're condos because hotels tend to build on the beach. Tourists always think they have to be on the beach. But if you live here, you probably don't want to be there. You'd rather be out on the river. It's a good spot. It's a good bridge to see the city from. They were right about that. This was originally named Songhan Bridge after the Han River. This played a significant role in the development of Da Nang as a tourist destination.
Hey, hey.
Well, I can see that. It connects to the rest of the city. The bridge was featured in the movie Kong Skull Island.
Oh, really? I need to look back at that.
The first time anyone's ever said that about that movie.
I
I don't know if it was a good movie, actually.
have to remember who was in it. I feel like
Oh, Jake Black.
if it's because he was. Didn't I go to see? I think I went to see that with Scott at the movie theater because if it's the one that you're talking about, the one with Andy Serkis is doing Kong's voice, but like the motions and the sound. Well, his grunts and sounds. You know who Andy Serkis is, the one that.
They're not.
He's the one that does, Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
And he was in Black Panther. He's like the dude with the missing arm guy. But anyway, he's a really good actor. But
I do know. Yeah.
That
Because
movie
his name
makes me
in the
sad.
movie, his name was Claw, and he has one arm, his mechanical arm, and I'm like, well, that's a little on the nose, isn't it? But it is how it looks. I don't know what I expected. There's a local legend that the bridge was built so quickly because the workers were assisted by fairies.
Oh.
What?
What?
That's the local legend. It's built very quickly
my
because
goodness.
of all the fairies.
It's just a bunch of gay pride folks out
I-
there.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Very young guys in booty shorts and halter tops
Yes, a bunch of twinks doing some engineering.
and like construction costumes.
And they're on poppers. That's why they're so like hype.
That's the real fairy.
Just
I mean,
picture it again. I wish I could like draw stuff up really quick as we talk about it.
Oh. Well, looks like they are renovating. Remember we were saying yesterday that this riverfront on this side needs to be renovated? Looks like they're doing it, but they just haven't gotten down to where I'm staying yet.
Oh no.
All right, I think we had a good day. I don't want to call it yet. I know we got a few more minutes left. Like, what time is it?
1:47.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's it's calling it time. All right, that's good though. I think we had a good day. What do you think about our first day of being tourists in Da Nang?
Lovely, lovely.
Did
And I didn't know I was going to see a pink cathedral, even if we didn't get to scale the wall, which I would totally do that. I would like sneak in if we wouldn't get locked up, but we would definitely get locked up.
I don't think I'm going to be scaling any walls, even without holding
Ah!
the gimbal. Probably not on the list. But I do want to comment about how easy it was to get around. Like I said, yesterday we had some problems with Grab. And I should go ahead and cop to it possibly occasionally being my fault, although I don't like to, ever say those words. But I do have my Grab account listed under my Chinese name. And I do occasionally think, I wonder if he was just looking for a Chinese guy. And then he's like, nope, didn't see anybody, I'm driving off. But
that's true. You should put a little disclaimer on your whatever they read about you. Hey,
I'm the white guy.
guy.
I should send that message.
Really, you should
every
have
time
like some kind of some bright thing on your head, something that you could take with you anywhere you go, where you're like, I'm wearing the green propeller hat.
Well, I'll tell you what my big mistake was. If you recall, when I got off the train, I had the genius idea to not wait with all the other stupid cabs, but instead to walk all the way out to the road. Yeah, that's what did me in. I should have been standing because he went to the place where he thought I would be. Now, if he had stopped the car, I could have caught up with him because I wasn't far away. But he just drove right on through and didn't stop. Even after he got around the corner, he could have stopped.
Right, nobody was pushing him to go. It's not like he was at the airport where they keep making you drive past. He could have stopped for just a second and looked around and been like, maybe he's over here.
Well,
so that was on that.
Yeah, I think it's the responsibility of the driver to find the person if it can reasonably be done. I mean, I know there's limits to that, but just stopping the car is not too much to ask.
Right.
I don't know what he expected. But anyway, so that's fine. And we tried the other service, and they worked very well. So all came out well. And then the Grab did spectacularly today. And it was so easy to get around. Several things were just very close together. This last thing we did, the whole point was the walk, or I could have taken a bike back here. I should turn the camera around because it's time to say goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye for the summer. Ow. Tony, lay down.
All right. Also, we're not on the bridge anymore.